I'm Bel Bare. This is Sacred Mechanics.
I'm back. I know it's been ages, and I promise to come back with some more consistency now. I've been doing so many things, and I bet you have been too. I've been spending a few months doing face-to-face clairvoyant and tarot readings, as well as shamanic healings from a little pop-up shop I had here on the Gold Coast. It was so much fun. I don't have it at the moment. I packed it all up to move on with everything and put the business back online for a while because I really need my mobility. But to all my beautiful clients that did come and visit me for a session, thank you. And it's great to have you here listening to the podcast. I've also been working on my little publishing company called Fawn, and you can check it out at fawn.com. That's FAUUN.com. We publish the Sea Witch Tarot and some hard to get occult titles, and also some old favorites in the occult, magical, spiritual, and manifesting realms. I hope to continue growing the titles. I think we've got 8 or 9 or something like that. So it's very humble beginnings, but really nicely designed and put together paperback books that I hope you enjoy collecting. I've also moved back from the edge of the bush to the beach, and I'm really in the thick of it here. I'm on the Gold Coast. I'm in Broadbeach, close to the sea, and there's lots of construction going on and hustle and bustle, so it's a bit noisy for recording, but I know you guys get it, and it's worth being here to be just a short stroll to the beach, and I'm blessed to live here with my kids as well. It's a bit squishy, but lucky we get on. Hey, it's that last little bit of me living with my kids before they get too big and want to live by themselves without their mum hanging around all the time. So now I'm back doing one of my favorite things, and that is the Sacred Mechanics podcast. And I love it because I have such a wide area of interest and have the freedom to dive into the vast work of spirituality and the occult and share a few things with you. It's a massive landscape, as you know, and even I'm also conscious of the fact people just embarking on their spiritual path for the first time. It's hard to know where to start. It's hard to know what your thing is going to be, and also we do change our our path in subtle ways. We can branch off and then get back to the main thing, or we have certain experiences that sort of invoke new ideas and push us forward in a different direction. And I'm hoping that Sacred Mechanics podcast is really broad and touches on all sorts of things. And as things come to my attention, even after over 20 years of learning about all the different modalities, I can bring things forward for you that you may choose to do your own research on and check things out, read some books, do some practice. And what would be the ultimate is for you to get back to me and let me know how you went and what you are interested in, because I'd like this to become a real two-way thing. There's a few dreams I've had this year that have brought me information or sensations that I've been amazed by, and it has opened up a lot of questions for me. In shamanism, dreams that go beyond and feel very real or lucid are called big dreams. And I really do try and take note when I have these big dreams. I mean, every dream that I remember, I really enjoy sort of unpacking it in those first few moments of waking up. But there's ones that I have no trouble remembering because it was more like a lived experience. I know you know what I mean. So, dream number 1. I'm an avid student of the nature of reality, consciousness, how our brain works. I receive plenty of information during my sleep states, and I even work predominantly in theta state when doing my divination and energy healing work. I was clearly told in a dream recently that our brain was a transmuter of information, not a transmitter, a transmuter. I was not told what the brain transmutes. but I would expect it is energy, and that this energy is what appears to us as our thoughts, and everything we perceive is part of the human experience. So it was really specific that it was a transmuter and not a transmitter. So anyone really interested in this field of study of science of the brain, and also when we edge into quantum mechanics and that whole nature of reality discourse is amazing. But the differences between transmitter and transmuter are actually potentially very potent when we're talking in this context of consciousness and the brain's function. I know there's a lot of discussion of, you know, us being one energy or spirit or souls having a human experience in our body. And there's also this metaphor of our body is a bit like having a headset on and experiencing the world in that way. But there's all these other aspects to it. And if we do our own research and look into what this means spiritually and scientifically, there's some delectable rabbit holes for you to go down if you're into that kind of thing. Dream number 2. This is really funny because I think it's really random and it's the most startling outcome for me. So I dreamt that lobsters were the key to longevity or eternal youth. I didn't have a dream so much of lobsters, but I had a dream of someone holding a lobster up right in my face saying, Bel, pay attention to this. This is really important. Lobsters are the key to longevity. And that was it. That was the dream. So, yeah, I woke up and couldn't get to my computer fast enough to Google that one. Oh, it was just so random. And guess what? It's true. It turns out they have a longevity enzyme which repairs the telomeres at the end of DNA strands. So, my message to any scientists out there, I know you're researching it, but keep digging. You're close to something really big. It's just incredible, and I don't know what we'll all be doing, and I don't think it's about eating the lobsters. I think it's something about this enzyme and that it's in every cell of the lobster, and this is what we need to know. Not that we wanna live forever, but it was about this constant, repair and renewal and rejuvenation that I think we could all do with a little bit, and, it could be very healing at the very least, for some to find out what this gift is from nature for us that we need to learn more about. All right, so dream number 3. In this dream, something happened to me that has never happened before. I became conscious I was inside somebody else's body, like a puppet almost. I was having their experiences and I was sitting in their body looking through their eyes. It was really weird, really cool. And here's how it went. I was in a man's body. I looked down at myself, my arms, my hands. I was conscious. I was in a body of a large build and noticed I was dressed in some kind of military uniform. It was also a lucid dream. I I knew I was animating this body that was not mine, and I was paying attention very closely to my environment, knowing it was a real gift having this experience. I sat behind a big desk with papers in front of me that I felt I needed to review for a waiting party. I was in some kind of old warehouse with huge brick arches and wooden floorboards and sandbags all around, and there were people, men, rushing everywhere. It was chaos. I looked to my right to notice a young man almost cowering in fear of me. He was a soldier and he was blonde and young and he was like waiting for me to say something. And I said to him, "What day is it?" And he said, "Sir, it is July 16th." And then he paused and I looked at him and he said, 1796. Then I look ahead of me in the room or the space I was in, and there was a man on a horse inside the warehouse. The horseman, in a stately uniform, sat straight and tall and gazed out of the high window from his horse. I couldn't see his face, I was behind him. It's like he was deep in thought or pondering or strategizing. And I thought to myself, that looks like Napoleon, which it probably was, as a side note. Then I dreamt that I told somebody about the dream. So it was a dream within a dream before I finally woke up. So when I did wake up, I was sure to bring back that date with me. It was very clear what I just experienced. And as a sort of a side note, I did fail history in high school. I'm not a natural. I had to look this one up again. And it turns out that this date was profound. July 1796 marked a significant turning point in the French Revolutionary Wars. And I still have no idea why I was shown this. Perhaps it was for me to have the experience during a historical time that was easy for me to research and to reflect upon, because I've been taught many lessons during my sleep state. Maybe there's part of this French story that's important to me. Two of my children have a French father. They're half French. I've lived in France for some time. Maybe I've sort of tumbleweeded and accumulated some sort of historical, spiritual, or energetic attachment through passing through that place. I don't know. I don't know why, because I've never had any dreams like it since, and normally would not feel that visceral connection to France in that way, beyond my children and family ties and my wonderful experience of living there for a few years. I think, given our dreams are so eclectic and they can mean nothing or they can mean everything, they can change everything, our whole life path. They can bring inspiration, they can bring fear, they can bring love. It's totally worth keeping a dream diary. Sketch things you see, words you hear, things you learn. Notes when a dream was a big dream, a big shamanic dream. You may start to reflect on a pattern over time so you can decode and start to understand more how you dream and what certain dreams mean. It's a whole other facet or aspect of our lives worth paying attention to. And of course, some dreams are a big subconscious mess, regurgitating, but others are a transmutation of information specifically for you at a specific time. If you are interested in signs, spiritual signs, and patterns, I do mention them in other episodes as well. These things keep coming up for me. So obviously, I need to look a bit deeper within myself and really get to the bottom of what my true fascination is here, because I've got so many books about it and spend a lot of my day contemplating patterns and signs. I find it deeply fascinating. And if you have any questions for me, please send them, and perhaps I could build a new episode around your interests and your signs and your experiences too, because, we all get a unique perspective on this, so it's fascinating to share. And if you love reading about other people's dreams, then there is a book published by Fawn, and you can get it by other publishers as well, but mine's the best because I redesigned it and retyped the whole thing, and it's really nice and clear and well put together, called Dreams and Dream Stories by Anna Kingsford, and it was first published in 1888. So given the era too, it's lack of a better word, it's pretty trippy. Some of it, I really love it, and all the other books sort of produced around that time where we're edging around, the occult and science having major breakthroughs and everything, just skirting around this fascinating opening up of topics that could be freely spoken of. Okay, well, that was fun for me. I hope you enjoyed it too. There's heaps of other dreams. I will not go into any of those, but I'm sure they'll sprout up in future episodes. I am going to do a bit of a run now of episodes where it's just me. I will have some interviews coming up around the corner next month, but for now, I would like to add some episodes that are more reflective and just me chatting on some catch-up topics that I've been wanting to talk to you about since my absence, since the last episode. So please subscribe and reach out and say hi, comment, like, share, all of that stuff. And I'll see you next time. Have an awesome day.
Thanks for listening. I'm Bel Bare, and this is Sacred Mechanics.